Welcome to an Allied Health and Nursing Research Orientation. This video will walk you through how to use Learning Commons resources to find relevant academic research for your allied health or nursing classes. Now, from the Learning Commons homepage, you can search many of our databases at once with the All Resources search. But we're going to search some individual databases instead. Click the Databases link to access our full A to Z list of databases. At BPCC, we have access to 100 or so different databases, and you can filter them using these drop-downs. You can also search for a particular database or limit by letter, but we are going to use the subject limiter Allied Health and Nursing. Notice these 6 at the top of the list in the yellow box. These are best bets databases selected by our librarians because they best align with class assignments and requirements for this subject area here at BPCC. So I recommend always starting with these resources if you are just starting your research. In this orientation, we will be looking at CINAHL, MEDLINE, and ProQuest Nursing and Allied Health. But just a few things to note. The Coronavirus Research Database has quite a bit of open source published research regarding the COVID-19 pandemic. Our access to ScienceDirect only includes open content, but there is some health research there which may be useful. And Salem Press Reference Shelf does have some digital health sciences reference books, so feel free to browse those. But let's go ahead and start with CINAHL. Click the link and log in with your Lola username and 6-digit birth date for the password. On the home page, there are quite a few options. You can perform a basic search by typing into the top search box, or create an advanced search by also using the other search boxes. You can remove the advanced search options by clicking the basic search link if you'd like. The advanced search lets you specify which field to search and add a Boolean operator if you would like to include multiple search terms. Not specifying a field will result in a general keyword search. But before we begin searching, let's look over some of these features. If you scroll down the page, there are a lot of search options and limiters you can apply. This is where you can specify types of resources and publication dates, as well as the topics discussed around geography, sex, age groups, and plenty of others. When doing research for arts and humanities courses like English and history, we're typically looking at analyses, discussions, and argumentative articles in books. But with a lot of our health research, we want to find really current, relevant, qualitative research. We tend to focus on hard data, numbers, and studies. Of course, these reports usually have some discussion of the data. Generally, the research we're seeking is concrete and straightforward. CINAHL is great for limiting to a specific type of health resource using these limiters. Things like clinical queries, publication type, and journal subset, which allows you to only search journals from a particular health subject area, can really help you find the particular type of resource or data that will best support your points. So if you're finding too much of an unrelated research topic, or you're not finding the right type of resource, these limiters can help. Now, back at the top of the page, there are a few more resources to check out before we start searching. At any time, you can click this link to clear all your limiters and search terms to start a brand new search. If you click Publications, you'll get a full list of all the different journals available in CINAHL. You can browse this list using the search box and the 3 display methods. Clicking the checkbox to the left of a journal and clicking the Add button allows you to create a search for articles in those particular journals. You can toggle Suggest Subject Terms by clicking the checkbox here. First, let's uncheck the box, type our search term, and perform a basic search. Our results are ranked according to relevance and displayed here by default, but you can change the list order here. Clicking the Share button gives you a number of options, including this permalink, which you can use to link directly back to this search results page. On the left, there are a number of limiters we can apply in order to narrow down our search results. Here you can adjust the publication date range. You can change the resource type, specify subject, publication, publisher, language, age, gender, and geography. Let's set the publication date to be a bit more recent and see the results change. Each of these results have an icon that tells what type of resource it is, as well as the title and some basic information about it. Clicking the title allows us to see details here and download the full text of the document with the link here on the left. Here you can see the author and subjects discussed, as well as the abstract, which can help you quickly determine if this will be a useful resource. On the right are some tools which can be helpful. You can link your Google Drive to save articles directly, add to a folder if you have created an EBSCO account, print this details page, email a link to this article, save, export, or create a note. You can find the citation by clicking this button and navigating to your particular format. Simply copy and paste the citation into your references page and format if needed. You can also copy a permalink to this page here. There are also options for text-to-speech dictation and translation of some documents. Now let's go back to the database list and briefly check out MEDLINE. The U.S. National Library of Medicine's database MEDLINE contains a wide range of research on health topics. It is searchable through the EBSCO host interface just like CINAHL, so they have the same look, parameters, limiters, and options. Since they share the same functionality, we will look at some additional search options in MEDLINE that are also available in CINAHL. If you ever want to see how many resources a particular database searches, you can sometimes perform what's called a zero search by clicking Basic Search, unchecking the Suggest Subject Terms box, and clicking the search button without typing a search. Some databases do not support zero searching, but most of them will display a full list of resources, and you can see here the total number of resources indexed in MEDLINE. There are options at the top of the page. Click here to browse the mesh subject headings. You can click this link to watch a video tutorial on browsing subject headings if you want more details. Here, you can see the full list of publications included in MEDLINE, and click here to browse the indexes. Here you can sign in and save resources to a folder or set default preferences for your searching. Change the language with this link, or click here to be taken to our Chat with a Librarian page, where you can get live chat assistance from one of our librarians here at the Learning Commons. Lastly, this link opens the help guide if you need more in-depth information about using MEDLINE. We performed a basic search with the last database, so let's try searching with Suggest Subject Terms on. After searching, we're brought to a list of medical subject headings, which can help us get a more accurate and specific search. Clicking a subject heading will reveal a list of related headings, which are indented to show the hierarchy. Check the box next to each one to add it to your search. Checking the Explode box will include all of the narrower subject terms. These are the terms listed below our selected subject heading. Checking the Major Concept will set your search to include only items where the subject heading is listed as a major concept. This can be helpful if your results are too broad or if your research needs to be very specific and focused on a particular subject. Click the comment bubble to open a pop-up scope note, which gives a brief description of the subject heading. After selecting a subject heading, you can click these checkboxes to include specific subheadings or leave the first box checked to include all subheadings. On the right, you can see the search query you have constructed and choose your operator. And will only search for articles that include all of your terms. Or is much more broad. It will search for articles that include any of your search terms. We will click and list our topics as being major concepts and click search. Results are displayed just like in CINAHL. Click the title to see the details and access the article. Okay, now we'll take a look at one more database for this orientation. Let's go back to the A to Z list and click the link for ProQuest Nursing and Allied Health. From the home page, you can either search for resources or browse. Let's do an advanced search by clicking this link. We'll input our search terms, add the operator and we can specify where we want to search within a document. But for this search, we will leave it set to anywhere. We do want full text and peer-reviewed articles, so we'll check the boxes. We can set the publication date options by clicking this drop-down. So let's search for things published in the last 5 years. So we'll choose after this date and choose the correct date. Now we can add subject headings just like we did in CINAHL. And we can also specify age group, source type, document type, and language. Let's select scholarly journals and now click search. We found a large amount of resources, so if we wanted to go back to modify our search, we can just click this link. You can also see recent searches here. We'll click one of these resources and click through these links to see the details about this item and the full text options. You can download a PDF of the item, find citation information, and print the details page using these buttons. And there are a number of other options listed here, including a permalink to this resource. ProQuest has a large collection of journal articles and other document types, but they also have many high-quality video resources. Let's go back to the home page and now click the Browse All Videos link to see a full list. You can narrow down the results using the filters on the left, as with the other searches. By default, they are listed with the most recent videos first. Let's click this first option. We're taken to the video player here, which also has a full transcript with timestamps on the right. Scroll down to see the abstract and the details for this video. And here you can also cite the video, print this details page, and a range of other options. If we click play on the video, there are options for volume, closed captions, video quality, and entering full screen mode. And that covers our orientation to nursing and allied health research. Thanks for watching this video. Remember that librarians are standing by online and in the Learning Commons to help you with your research if you need any assistance. Please feel free to reach out and let us know how we can help. Also, for help with other Learning Commons resources, be sure to check out our other videos.